Oh, you got it?
All right, today is May 10th, Friday, 2013. I'm here with Professor Kaba Kamene, also known as Booker T. Coleman. He just finished a fantastic lecture here at True Oracles Ministries in Detroit. Tomorrow is Saturday, May 11th, and he and I are doing a double lecture at Nandy's Knowledge Cafe located at 12511 Woodward Avenue in Highland Park, Michigan, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Brother Kaba, tell us what you're going to talk about tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're going to be talking about Africa and the pyramids. We're going to talk about the math and science of the pyramids. We are going to talk about this history and this culture coming across the Atlantic Ocean and then finding itself in the American hemisphere. And we're going to be looking at everything from maybe Canada straight down to Tierra del Fuego in South America. We're going to come up and look at isolated situations that would have brought different waves of African peoples and human peoples into this part of the world. Right. We're going to look at the Mississippi Valley, starting in Louisiana, going straight up to Minnesota, the 10 states that cover the Mississippi. And we're going to talk about the mounds and the pyramids built here, the reasons for their being built, agriculturally speaking, scientifically speaking, to give the community a better sense of what true African American history is all about.
Exactly. You've seen him in Hidden Colors 1, Hidden Colors 2. So he's in Detroit, Saturday, May 11th, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Nandy's Knowledge Cafe, located at 12511 Woodward Avenue, Highland Park, Michigan, 4 blocks south of the Davidson Freeway between Glendale and Highland Street. Tickets are $12 in advance, $15 at the door. Visit our website, theafricanhistorynetwork.com. theafricanhistorynetwork.com, and purchase your tickets online. We'll also have tickets at the door for you as well. You can also give us a call, 313-462-0003 with any questions, 313-462-0003 with any questions. So you're dealing with the African connection, Africa, Mexico, and the Mississippi Valley. And a lot of people don't know that there were pyramids up and down the Mississippi Valley going back thousands and thousands of years. You're going to deal with some of the information from the first Americans were Africans, documented evidence by Dr. David Imhotep, dealing with the African presence going back 51,700 years ago. And I'm going to deal with the media's deliberate destruction of the African American family reloaded. So I've done a 3-part series, it's 13 hours. In the past, this is totally revised, all new information. We'll deal with the African presence going back thousands of years. 17 pyramids found buried underneath Egypt in May of 2011. We'll talk about Thonis-Heracleion, the new, most recent lost city of Egypt that was swallowed by the Mediterranean about 1,200 years ago. They've been excavating this lost city since the year 2000, from 2000 to 2012. There are about 20,000 artifacts that have been excavated. So we have to lay a historical context and deal with some of the history of who we are and what we had, who we were and what we had before the lie was created, before all these negative stereotypes were created. Then we'll deal with some of the origins of the stereotypes going back to 1828. T.D. Rice, a white entertainer who was known as the father of the minstrel shows, creates the Jim Crow character. From that you get the Sambos. We'll talk about the Mammies, things like this. How they manifest themselves throughout history in movies like A Birth of a Nation, in various TV shows like Good Times, things of this nature. We'll also deal with negative statistics that are put out that to cause hysteria in the community, negative statistics about African Americans like a marital status. 70% of African American women are single. That's false. We're going to show you how. 50% of African American males drop out of high school. That's totally false. We're going to show you how they came up with this, why it's false. Are there more African American men in prison or in jail? We'll also deal with why hip hop went from positive to negative, okay, and the forces that push positive hip hop in a negative direction. Okay, all hip hop is not bad. There's still positive hip hop artists out on the scene. I've interviewed Wise Intelligent, Professor Griff, Speech from Arrested Development. But we have to understand what's going on and the 6 media companies that control 90% of what you read, see, and hear. So these are just some of the things we're going to get into Saturday, May 11th, Nandy's Knowledge Cafe. Definitely come out to it. Tell your friends. Bring the youth also. Visit theafricanhistorynetwork.com, theafricanhistorynetwork.com. And we want to thank Brother Kaba for coming to Detroit, coming back to Detroit.
No doubt.
First time you've been here since 2010.
Yes, man. The convocation.
Exactly. The African Village Convocation 2010. Dr. Ray Hagins.
No doubt.
Got to give a shout out to Dr. Ray Hagins and the African Village as well. You've been watching a on-site broadcast of the African History Network, and also we got to tell the people we co-host a show together every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on the African History Network. So if you go to theafricanhistorynetwork.com, you'll see information about the per Ankh hour questions and answers. So 10 p.m. to 11 p.m., you can listen to the broadcast. They are live. And 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., you do your live streaming broadcast. Give them the website for that.
www.townzonetv.com. That's from 9 to 10 Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
We talk about the study guide. Now, for those of you who want a copy of the study guide, email me, Kamene777 at AOL.com. KAMENE777 at AOL.com. I will return back to you a 70-page study guide that we teach during the Per Ankh with Brother Kaba on Wednesdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. www.townzonetv.com, followed up by the questions and answers at the African History Network show.com, where we can have that interaction.
Right.
So tune in. And let me tell you something about tomorrow.
Yes.
If tomorrow shows anything as it was tonight,
Yes.
I thank my brother Dr. Malik Shabazz and the True Oracle of God for inviting me here to Detroit to follow up with my brother Michael Imhotep tomorrow. Today was out of sight. I felt the energy of the community. The community was there. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow for the part 2. I'm looking forward to many of the folk that were here tonight. Come out tomorrow. For those that were not here tonight, come tomorrow.
Come tomorrow.
We're going to
blow you away. Exactly.
No doubt about that.
All right. Imhotep, thanks for tuning in.